Hello everybody, this is ZvP, and I'll be casting a game between myself, spawning in the bottom left corner as the red Zerg, against SpsLogic, spawning in the top right corner, which I just scouted, as the blue Protoss. Strong vision. So pretty standard opening. He was chrono boosting the Nexus, showed the second gas, so already I'm not concerned about a 4-gate. And the Cyberknife score is finished. I got out my 4 links to clear out any pylon or the probe, and still just taking a look around his base. He is chrono boosting the warp gate tech now, and he actually showed me the second gateway. So I'm satisfied to leave. Don't really think it's going to be 4-gate. So once again, getting that vision of the map, and running around just to make sure that there's no proxy pylon. Common places are here, here, and there. I found the probe actually. They like to put them in corners where they can warp in over the edge. So if there was no pylon, I assume that was there just to scout, just take a quick look around, make sure you didn't put a pylon somewhere else. Getting that roach warren just in case it is a 4-gate. I probably should have poked his door a little bit earlier, but getting here just in time to see the Nexus go down. And 2 sentries, so completely normal for a 3-gate expand. Should be a 3rd sentry coming sometime soon. Just gonna transfer over some drones. He's slightly ahead in supply, and that would be because of his army, as I'm currently ahead in harvesters. Now, one thing that I have started doing against this standard 3-gate expand, just because it is so powerful an opener for Protoss, it's really hard, you really do have to go all in if you want to try to bust it, is to take a 3rd base once I'm 90% sure, and putting the forge or other gateways down here pretty much tells me he's not going to cancel this. It's not any kind of trickery. So I can start my lair, get that 3rd base, and this is how you stay ahead of the toss, 1 base at all times. Now if it was a 4-gate, I could just cancel that 3rd and start pumping roaches. But the 3rd base helps also because while he's setting up his expansion, he's not going to be able to attack me, so I can set up mine, and then have a good number of roaches ready. And if he did do some kind of 6-gate push, he would really be all in. He would definitely have to kill me, otherwise I would just have way too many bases. I'd be able to expand more tech, and just get way too far ahead. So getting that 3rd queen for creep spread. I still actually haven't made any units. That's because I can see as soon as he's coming out of his base. And there's a Phoenix, which I know it's hallucinated just because 1 Phoenix isn't going to go anywhere by itself after this kind of opening. So he sees the 3rd hatchery, and looking up here at the units tab, like I said, he cannot attack me. He doesn't have nearly enough. I could make more units than that on his way across the map. So he's actually teching to Colossus, which you can pretty much expect off of this opening. I am starting to get some roaches just in case it is a 6-gate push, and here he actually comes out pretty much just when my roaches are almost finished. If we check the income tab, pretty much even. He's got a slight advantage, and now I'm starting to pull ahead just because my 3rd base is up. I can see his army, like, really, there's no way this is going to kill me. So I am making units right now just in case there's some immortals or anything coming behind this. There's actually no probe with the attack, so it's likely he is just clearing the watchtowers. But I know I have my third base up, and I'm 90% sure that he doesn't, so as long as I can stay ahead here, or sorry, not die, then I'll stay ahead. And as you can see, definitely pulling ahead in supply. Trying to get the +1 missiles is almost done. Gonna start the other Evo chamber, and I usually go for +1 missiles over +1 armor just because I don't rely too heavily on the speedlings. And the +1 missiles actually adds 2 attack as opposed to 1 defense. So coming in here, I want to definitely snipe off as many of those sentries as I can. And less than perfect force field's gonna let me chase him all the way down. Roach speed is finished, so none of these units should get away. And there's his first Colossus. Now I did start droning in this battle because I did kill a huge portion of his army, so I know he's not moving in on me anytime. And this Colossus would have gone down too, but unfortunately there's a cliff there, so can't follow him up. Looking back at the income tab, I'm now ahead. I'm just gonna run over here. I meant to stand somewhere around here because I knew the Colossus and those 3 Stalkers would be coming back sometime soon. I did a poke, there's the second Colossus, have to pull back. Snipe off those 3 Stalkers from earlier. And there's Colossus, but again, he just runs back up the cliff. So I'm actually ahead 30 supply now. Dead even on Harvesters, but ahead quite a bit in income. I've got a nice sizable army, so I know he's not going to be able to attack me right now. He only has about 2 or 3 Colossus, and I did start my Spire. It's about halfway done. I've normally been going for Roach Hydra to deal with the Gateway Colossus, but I'm starting to practice going for Roach Corruptor, just because the Corruptors are more consistent at actually killing all the Colossus. The Hydras will obviously shoot the Gateway units and they get melted so fast, but if you have a lot of Roaches, then your Corruptors usually go untouched, and they're able to clean up all the Colossus, even if you lose your whole ground army. Knowing you're ahead in economy makes it okay to sacrifice more just to make sure you reset his count. So taking those towers again, taking my 4th base, and as soon as starting from your 3rd base, 4th, 5th, 6th, whatever, you got to put down a Spine Crawler and a Spore Crawler. I've seen too many games against Protoss where you don't want to spend the drones, so keep making your income, and then a huge battle happens, and while that's going down, 3 DTs get spread out across the map and just kill all of your expansions. So he's taking his 3rd, I see it's not finished, and I'm still staying 1 base ahead. Still droning, getting those Corruptors, +2 weapons, and I have vision of just about my whole side of the map. Even down here, there's really nowhere he can come over to me without me seeing him. I'm gonna start spreading some creep just to make sure he can't get any expansions up. So I'm now clearly ahead in Harvesters. So I am making a bunch of army right now, and that's because I want to max out so I can push. This doesn't really look like the strongest composition. I don't have too many Corruptors, but you have to know that if you can stay ahead in economy, when you max out, the toss will be at ideally about 150 supply. So you can see that's just about where he is. And I do have my 4th base up and running. That way, if this base mines out, I have a place to move all these drones. So I've basically contained him to just this little crescent part of the map. He's not going to be able to expand anywhere else, maybe down here, but I mean, not usually without me seeing. So like I said, main started to mine out, transferring a bunch of drones up to that 4th base. You actually mine a lot more income if you spread your drones out. not too much happening here. I just wanted to get a few more corruptors before I moved out. Wanted to make sure that I could erase his Colossus. So here we go. Bringing one overseer just in case he does have DTs. And he is catching up, and we're almost even in harvesters. But once again, I've got more bases, so I'm not going to mine out as fast as he will. He's been mining off this base since the beginning of the game, and since mine's almost mined out, his is probably the same. So I saw those probes going. I know they're going to his third, and this is what I was talking about. Corruptor is basically not getting touched. Roaches are getting damaged quite heavily, but the main thing is that I'm killing all these Colossus. Actually forcing him to pull back, gonna make it even easier to snipe these Colossus. I'm even willing to chase over. Let's see, I'm gonna lose 2, 3, 4 Corruptors just to kill that one Colossus, but it's worth it because as you can see, 35 roaches coming, and the less Colossus, the much stronger my ground army is gonna be. And we can see up here, I went from 200 down to 180 because of my remax, and he went from 150 to 140. He barely dropped because of his remax, but I know that he basically has no Colossus right now. He might have one. So I'm already ready to go. I did research burrow and burrow move, just because if he doesn't have an obs everywhere that I go, I can be really annoying and hide roaches in the corner, and he was actually coming to expand here, which obviously he couldn't. So while he's doing that, I'm taking my 5th and 6th base, and gonna go in here to snipe his expansion, knowing that his whole army is up there. Just gonna focus down the Nexus. You see I'm only now getting the range upgrade for Hydras. Once again, I'm maxed. He's at about 140. And as long as you don't sacrifice your full army to kill the expansion, you do want to get, don't be too greedy. If you get a couple shots on it and you have to run away, then run away. Trading your whole army for one Nexus is not good. He does have too many Void Rays here to kill those Colossus, but I know I'm ahead in income. I know we've only got 2 bases, and definitely this one's mined out, so I can trade this whole army for his pylons, whatever's here, and already remaking 16 Hydras, 4 more Roaches, getting that 3-3. And he GG's, knowing he's really not going to be able to take this base back. I'm just going to push back over, and that would be game. And obviously, even if that didn't work, still in a very good position. So, like the video, subscribe. The next video I'll be casting will be ZvP. Someone sent it to me, so yep, look for that one next.